quickly here, let's take a look at some basic date and time math. Some of you may have seen this little anomaly happen before. You think you're working in a date, and all of a sudden that date turns into a 40,000-something number. It's because dates are actually numbers. Each number has a serial number beginning with date number 1, which is January 1st, 1900. And let's see what today's date is. So let's come up to a blank worksheet here. Make it a little bigger so we can see what's going on. And if I put today's date in here with the date stamp, I just did Control semicolon. And let me clear the formats on that. So 40,672 days ago, it was January 1st, 1900. So today's date is really 40,672. That's why, if I just change it back to a date here, that's why we can do date math. So if I want to know, if I had an invoice that was due on April 15th, and I wanted to find out how many days past due it is, I could simply subtract from today's date the due date, and it would tell me 24 days. By the way, for my friends in 2003, this is going to give you an actual date. It's going to give you a date that looks like this. All you need to do is either change it to a number or clear the formats. For you guys, that's Edit Clear Formats, and it will come back to the number of days. If you always want this to have today's date, you would use equal today, open paren, close paren, and that will always show today's date. That is a function, equal today, open paren, close paren, and it will always, so tomorrow that 24 becomes 25, and the next day becomes 26. So that's equal today, open paren, close paren. That time thing is kind of funny. So once again, let's say 7 a.m., punched in, punching out for lunch, Control Shift semicolon. How much time is that? We can do from the later time minus the earlier time. It gives us 547, but if we wanted to do this for multiplying hours, for example, I'm going to clear the formats, and it brings us to this decimal number. This is actually the percentage of or a fraction of a 24-hour day. If I multiply that times 24, it will give me the billable hours, 5 times 78 billable hours. So all I did was multiply it by 24. We could do that in the same cell, but don't forget your parentheses. Biggest mistake made with this is forgetting the parentheses. If you don't put the parentheses in, it's going to multiply 1247 by 24, and then it's going to subtract all that from B2, or it's going to take, 7 a.m. times 24, and then subtract all that from 1247, which isn't what you want.